Okay, so this session is going to be dedicated to people who run, but we can all benefit from the exercises. They're not any different than normal exercises, but I had quite a few questions about warm-up for runners and how to exercise. So it's a session you can do to strengthen and improve your running. Also, at the beginning of the session, we're going to do a warm-up. You can do just the warm-up part before you go for a run. So hopefully that will help you. We're going to start with O4 position, and if you have a yoga block or maybe a towel or something to elevate one knee, that will be great. If not, that's okay. So we're going to put the yoga block, and then we're going to get one knee on the top. I'm going to go with my left knee on the top of the yoga block. And then I'm going to position my hands as normal, just hands under my shoulders. And when we do that, we kind of tend to shift to the opposite side. So I will ask you to keep your body weight and especially your hips slightly shifted towards the knee which is elevated. In my case, it's my left knee. I'm just going to take a few breaths here. If you want, you can keep your feet relaxed, or you can put your toes down on the ground. It's absolutely fine. And you might find that your left knee is slightly forward as well, so you can level up this if you can. Right, so you feel like your body weight is forward above your arms. You want to have your body weight slightly shifted to the elevated knee. If you don't have one knee elevated, maybe just shift your body weight tiny bit towards one leg. Chin up, and we're going to take a few breaths here. So we're going to inhale here, and we're going to exhale. So we have a tiny bit of hip shift here. You might feel a little stretch around your pelvis area, around your glutes. 3 more breaths in that position. Two more. One more time. And then what you're going to do is you're going to stretch your opposite arm forward. So if you have your left knee elevated, we're going to get slightly forward with the right hand. We're going to take a nice good inhale, and we're going to shift the hips back towards the heels. You don't need to sit all the way down. We're going to inhale here, and we're going to exhale forward. Inhale back, lowering the elbows down towards the ground. Exhale forward. Think about your pelvis is slightly tucking, so it's not, tailbone is not going up towards the sky, it's kind of moving down towards the floor. Breathe in, breathe out. One more time, breathe in, breathe out. Okay, so swap sides now, and you put the yoga block or book or towel under your right knee, or change sides if you started with your right knee. Again, think about you shift your body weight slightly forward, so you're not sitting, your hips are not behind your knees, they're slightly forward, so you want a nice good line between your knee and the hip. Your body weight is above your hands, and again, you want to try to shift your body weight towards the block. Or if you don't have an elevated knee, you can just shift the weight towards the opposite hip. 4 breaths again. Breathing into the chest, rib cage, and exhale. Nice, good. Exhale again. 2 more. 1 more time. Nice one. So you're going to stretch your opposite hand slightly forward. And again, we're going to sit back, we're going to inhale, and we're going to exhale. Chin slightly open, make sure you're not crunching, you're not side bending, your sides are nice and straight. We're going to inhale back, exhale forward. 2 more, inhale back, exhale forward. Last time. And rest. Now remove the block to the side, we don't need it for now. And then you're going to get into your hands and knee position. We're going to put the toes down on the ground. And then I want you to see if you can elevate your knees off the ground. If not, keep them down on the ground. So from here, we're gonna press the hands and we're gonna stretch through the arms and we're gonna push our hips back and down. And knees gonna stay slightly softer, but we're gonna have like heels down. Then we're gonna pedal here. We're gonna get one knee extended and the opposite knee is gonna bend. And we're gonna do this for 10. Breathing in, breathing out, pushing the floor away from you. Don't worry if you can't reach the floor with your heels. Going for another 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Then we're going to soften both knees. We're going to go forward and down into bear plank position or knees down on the ground. And we're going to do it again. We're going to push the floor away from us. And we're going to pedal for another 10. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're going to go all the way forward and down, and then I want you to put one leg forward and one knee on the ground. And here you can use your socks. Again, you can do that without socks, but they might help you. So 2 options. If you're having a super high arch, you kind of have a look and know that your foot is really high arch and really rigid. I want you to put one of your socks under your arch. If your arch looks normal or your foot looks a little bit more flatter, I want you to put your socks one under your toes and one under your heel. And again, you can do that without them. So it's absolutely fine if you don't use it. So we have like one leg forward, the other knee is down, and we're gonna get that kind of nice, good stack. So we're gonna kind of shift the weight slightly back. We're gonna get a little bit leaning back. So what I want you to do, I want you to start bending that knee. So imagine your knee is pulling you forward and you're allowing your body weight to sink forward, and you're gonna feel like how you're loading your foot. I want you to keep heel heavy and your toes are relaxed, okay? And then on the way back, we're gonna pull and rotate the pelvis a bit towards that front leg. Then we're gonna go forward and we're gonna open the pelvis a little bit, almost like you're doing, you can even work with the arms if you want. And then on the way back, we're gonna kind of move the arms in the opposite direction. So we're gonna reach with the opposite arm. Okay, let's swap arms. Reaching forward, loading that foot, nice relaxed toes, and then reaching in the opposite direction. Or you can do it like a roll. You can stretch, 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 pull with the opposite elbow, and then move to the opposite direction. Make sure your body stay nice and stuck, like kind of traveling with the knee. You might feel nice, good, warm in your kind of hamstrings, glutes on that side. We're gonna do one more. I'm already getting warm. And then we're gonna change sides. So we're gonna do exactly the same on the opposite side. And again, observe your foot, because one side might be quite high arch, but then one side might be a flatter foot. So make sure you just kind of observe. Again, you can do it body weight, you don't need anything, but you can use the socks just for a little bit of support. If the arch is super high, put a sock under the arch, and then maybe under the toes. If the foot is kind of looks more like a normal arch or like very flat, put one sock under the toes, one under the heel. Same position. We're gonna start driving the knee forward. You're allowing the hips to go forward, and you can reach forward, say arm, and then you're gonna pull with the arm back, and you're gonna kind of pull with the heel. We're reaching forward, we're allowing that knee to go slightly in towards the big toe. Pelvis is opening to the left, and you might find that one side, to the away from the front leg, because you might not be on the right foot right now. Forward, and then pull back. So you're driving the knee forward, and then you're pulling with a hip and your heel. And we're basically creating a little arch when we pull, and then we're allowing the arch to relax and load on the way forward. We're gonna do 2 more. Hopefully you feel your glutes working a little bit, knees should be warming up, and rest. Good, so put the socks away. You can always do this, another set, when you're just going for a run, because we're doing a full workout today, we don't need that. Then we're going to go into nice and tall position, and you're going to have your left leg slightly forward, and the right toes are just in line with your left heel. Soften both knees. We've done this before. So I want you to find your foot, the front of the foot. Again, you can use socks if you feel like you're very wobbly. If you have a very high arch, you can put the sock under the arch. If it's very flat foot, you can have a sock under your toes. And then from here, we're going to reach down, but we're going to bend the knee slightly forward, okay? And then reach down. Once you reach in that position, I want that front knee to be pushing forward. I don't want you to extend your knee. So I want your front knee to be bent. Good. And then see if you can elevate your back heel. So that's going to push even more forward. Make sure you're not squeezing with the toes. And then you can stay in that position. Feeling that mid-foot loading. If that's easy, elevate your heel off the ground on the left side as well. But make sure your knee is pointing forward. Okay, so your leg might start shaking. That's okay. Just breathe here. And you're going to hold it as long as you can. Today we're going to hold for 10, but otherwise you can hold as long as your body allows you to do that. Okay, let's hold for another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then you're going up. So you're going to start feeling the muscle shaking, the leg is shaking, and that's fine. What it's doing is your legs, your muscles trying to work in coordination. And this is what you want when you go outside for a run or walk. Okay, so right foot forward, left behind again, 1 step difference. Both knees softer, and you're going to lean forward and reach. You don't need to go super low. You're going to bend back knee a little bit more and lift your heel. That's going to shift you a little bit more forward. Make sure your front knees bent. If that feels easy, for some people that will be very intense already for the calf, hamstrings, glutes, so you stay there. If you can, elevate your front heel as well. Just make sure that front knee stay bent, reach. If you feel like you're leaning too much to that leg, maybe reach just with the opposite arm or both arms down. And again, you're going to feel like the whole leg starts shaking. Just the body is figuring out how to use all the muscles around the knee in coordination. We're going to hold it for another 10. Again, if you're doing this on your own, just hold it as long as your body allows you. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and slowly going up. Good job, yes. Shaking. But that's going to be good after that. Now, we're going to do a little bit more dynamic. So what I want you to do is step forward with one leg and then the other leg is back. You don't need to lunge. You just have to have a soft knees, but kind of quad toe with your upper body. So 2 options. We want to go back and forward, but front leg can be flat on the ground if your balance is not great. But if you can, I want you to elevate just a little bit your heel, not so much. What we're trying to do is keep that knee bent. So we're going to inhale, move your opposite arm forward, so we're kind of like in that running position. And then I want you to step forward and lock your hips. So I'm going to go from the front. So you're going to step back, slightly leaning forward, not so much. Front knee is bent. Heel can be on the ground or off the ground if you have a good balance. Then we're going to push forward and we're going to extend that hip. But the knee stays slightly bent, okay? So you're not changing much the position of your knee. Then we step back, extend. Step back, extend. So we're extending the hip, leg is getting longer, and then we kind of bend knee, bend hip. Okay, so I'm going to go sideways as well, so you can see it from both. Back heel is tiny bit elevated. Nice, breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. shift your hips slightly back, so the body weight is a little bit back towards the heel, and then it's going forward towards the front of the foot. Make sure you're not lifting your heels super high, okay? So we want to be like just a little bit like the running. 2 more on that side. 1 more. And you might say, why do I need to do this? I'm not a runner. Well, we need exactly the same things when we're walking, so it's still good. Okay, so let's do the other side. One arm forward, the other one slightly back, leaning a little bit forward. You don't need to be too low. And then lift your heel if you can. If not, keep the heel down on the ground. Breathe in, breathe out. Loading the other leg, extending the back, stepping back. Nice one. Make sure you're on the heel, on your big toe, the ball of the big toe, and then the little as well. Flexion, so slightly leaning. Extension, nice toe, front hip is extended. Good. 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice one. So all this is warming all the muscles because you need all of them when you're running. And then final one, we're gonna get a little bit more cows. So 2 options, easy, just bouncing on the spot, a little bit harder, nice bouncy, trying to use the ball of your foot to lift you up and down. If you can't jump, for whatever reason, you can just do your calf raises, but just make sure you find your tempo, okay? So it's kind of same tempo all the time, you're not doing one up and then very slow on the next one. Okay, very bouncy, whatever you're doing, even if you're not jumping. We're gonna do it for another 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Okay, grab some water. So that's your warm-up. Don't stretch after that. Just go for a run if you're going for a run, okay? Leave the stretching, and so you want all your muscles to be, you might feel a little bit tighter, but that's not just the muscles. You've got tendons, ligaments, so they're all doing different things. Okay, so we're gonna do, starting with the top. So we're going into the workout. You don't need to do this before your run, but you can do it on another day just to strengthening your body. So we're gonna do pretty similar what we did on the ground with one knee on the floor. So we're gonna again concentrate on that front foot, and you can use your socks again, same way you did it. One sock under your toes. If the arch is super high, another sock under your arch. If your arch is kind of looks more normal or very flat, sock under your heel. Right, we're gonna get bent on the front leg, and we're gonna kind of shift the body weight tiny bit towards that leg. So I'm gonna go front so you can see me. We did this before, like a few weeks ago in the last. So we're gonna go slightly shifting, but not so much. But when I feel like your pelvis is tiny bit higher, the back leg is extended. What I want you to do is just track your knee forward towards the big toe, and you can reach with your arm. Back heel can be off the ground or on the ground, up to you. And then we're gonna pull back and rotate the pelvis towards the leg. We're gonna have that leg nice and straight. Stay where you are. I'm just gonna turn in different directions so you can see. So again, we're moving forward, we're tracking. We wanna bend the knee, not push forward with the hips. Okay, so back knees, staying extended if you can. Bend that front leg, look forward. Keep the foot relaxed. You're gonna feel like your leg is working, and then you pull. Good job. So we're gonna go forward and back. We're gonna do just 3 more reps, and I'm gonna change the direction again one more time so you can see. So we're doing only 6 because if we're doing them correct, the leg is working pretty hard. Nice, and then pull, pelvis going towards the front leg. We're kind of extending, getting a stretch in the front. Back leg is kind of extended, and then pull. And then swap sides. Okay, so doing 6 on the other side. And don't worry if you're not doing it pretty correct. I mean, followed my instructions, but sometimes you might need a little bit extra work and time to actually feel your arch getting down and then feel your arch pulling back. Okay, so we're bending the leg, we're reaching forward with one arm. The other arm can be on your hip, almost like imagine you want to be opening the hip, and then you're going to pull the arm and you're going to rotate your pelvis towards your front leg. You don't want to be in a very wide stance, so make sure it's like maybe what is your stride, and then pull back. Reach and then pull. You're gonna start feeling the side of your leg working, maybe around your knee. This muscles needs to work. 2 more. Load and then pull towards the outside of your heel. 1 more time. Loading the leg, back leg stay fairly straight. Nice one. Okay, so we're gonna follow with side lunges. We've done this a million times. So we're doing 6 on each side. Same thing what we always do. We're gonna step to the side. We're gonna keep that leg straight, not out, okay? And then we're gonna load. We're gonna sit into our hip. Your knee is going tiny bit in, but not so much. Not like that. It's just tracking over your toe. And then we're gonna stand up. And then again, we're gonna sit. You're kind of sitting, you're getting a little bit of stretch, and then you pull. Okay, let's do again. Breathe in. And now let's step to the side. Good. Okay, step out, foot straight, sit, go, feet together. Step back, sit into that hip. So feel, you can even put your hand on your butt and kind of think about you want to really feel that glute loading, and then push from your glute. Again, sitting, feeling the glute, knees going towards your second or big toe. 1 more time. Nice work. Okay, let's go to the other side. Again, let's do step. Not so wide, so you're able to keep the foot straight. And then you're going to sit into the hip. You can, again, keep your hand on your butt if you need. And then you're going to just stand up to the center, just practicing first the hip shift. Good. Getting into the inside, outside of the foot, sorry, but big toe is stay grounded. And then we're going more towards the inside. Okay, next one, we're going to step towards the other leg. Breathing in. Nice. 2 more. Use your hand for guidance. 1 more time. Very nice. And then the last exercise is 2 options again. So again, this is not new exercise, we've done this. So I want you to step back. That's the easy option. And then you want to step forward, but you almost like want to hop. You don't need to jump super high, but just you want to kind of get fast. Or you can just lift the heel up. So like, jump up. If that's not feeling good for you, we can be just forward, back, and just get the knee forward, okay? Back, forward. Or very hard option, you're gonna get into lunge position, and then you're gonna jump up. So choose your position. You can always start easy. So you can start just step back, forward, step back, knee forward. So now we did this the other day as well. Or you can kind of try to hop. Let's get ready. I'll actually set a timer, so we're gonna do 30 seconds each side, so everyone works on their own tempo. 3, 2, 1, and off you go. I'm gonna start with easy, and it's okay if you wobble. You can always readjust. You can step back and get a little hop, or you can get a lunge and a little hop. Lunge. Okay, 5 more seconds on that side. And rest. Nice work. Okay, so changing sides. Let me get my stopwatch. And off you go. Again, you can start easy. Just heel to knee up. Loading the hip. Knee up. Or you're doing step back, little hop, and then adjust, little hop. Or you're going into lunge with a hop, and we have just 10 seconds left here. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Really good. Nice. Okay, so have some rest. I'm almost breathless. So drink water. I'm gonna do one more round and then we move on. Okay. So there's a lot of knee flexion, there's a lot of knee extension, lots of hip flexion, lots of hip extension. So if you feel like it's too much, stick to the easy, we can progress. Okay, let's get your left leg forward. Use your socks if you want. Back leg is fairly straight, especially the hip. And then you want to kind of shift your body weight. You want to feel like your left leg is holding you. So if I ask you to lift your leg off, right foot off the ground, you're able to do that. Almost like that you're running when you propel forward. So you want to have super heavy left foot. Use your right hand around your hip or down. Just make sure that hip doesn't go super high. And then we're going to reach forward with the left arm. We're going to track the knee towards the big toe. Don't collapse with your knees. The difference between your knee naturally traveling slightly in. It's a different way if you do this and you collapse the whole foot. You want to feel like your foot is grounded on the inside and outside. Okay, 5 more. So good extension here. And then we pull, we rotate, reach, knees kind of getting forward. And then extend. Breathing in, slowly, you can take your time. Good. A little rotation, we need that rotation as well. Good, one more time. Pressure travel towards the front of the foot, towards the big toe. And now we pull towards the outside of the heel. And this is where the magic happens, you feel your glutes working as well. Good, change sides. You can be super slow. This is not a, let's say it's not an exercise, it's just kind of a journey to feel your foot loading and propelling you forward. Okay, so we're gonna reach. You might find one side easier, usually right is easier, but for some people it's actually the opposite. And then you pull. Get a little rotation. We're opening the hips away from the front leg. And then we pull towards the heel and hips going towards our front leg. Breathing in, breathing out. Nice work. Let's do 2 more. Wobble is okay. You can just readjust. 1 more time. Nice work. Okay. Shake your legs, side step. So 6 each side. We start straight away, step, side, and moving back. So we step, use your hand on your glute if you want. Propel. Kind of loading, getting heavy on the hip. Propel. Breathing in, breathing out. Nice one. We're getting heavy on the outside of the leg. The other one is on the inside, and then we kind of swap. Good. I lost count, but let's do 2 more. 1 more time. Nice. Last one. Okay, 6 on the other side. Reach. Again, you want the hip to get loaded. You want to feel the glute. And then push. Loading. Push. Nice one. Loading. Push. Or you can think about pull with the other foot. 2 more. 1 more time. Nice work. And then the final one, a little hop or just knee kick. You can add a lunge. Up to you. Depends on how heavy are your legs now. 3, 2, 1, 30 seconds each side. So just step, knee kick, step, a little hop, and you can always adjust because you can't otherwise. We go knee, into lunge, Think about power. Whatever you do. 10 seconds. And I know legs hurting and burning. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, final side. Whew. Let's get ready. 3, 2, 1. Again, knee kick. A little hop. Or you're getting into your lunge. And then propel. And you might find one side comes very natural. The other one is harder. So maybe you can repeat the hard side one more time if you're doing that workout again. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. No more energy for me. Whew. Okay, grab some water. We're gonna go a little bit easy with the speed. So we're gonna go down on the ground. Breathe, breathe, breathe. So you're gonna have a one weight. You need a one weight for your holding, and you can use slightly heavier weight, but first exercise you're okay without. So first exercise, I want you to get long position with your feet. So your feet are fairly, they're away from your knees, they're not under your knees. And make sure your feet are in line. So measure or can check. And also make sure your toes are not pointing out. They're nice and straight. You can reach up, you have hands down on the ground. You can also hold the weight, that's gonna help you for a bit more stability. Body weight is actually hard. So in that position, I want you to first pull your heels. And when you pull your heels, you're gonna feel like your body moving tiny bit towards your feet. And then I want you to elevate your legs, glutes up. You might feel straight away your hamstrings cramping or getting super tight. And that's okay. And we're gonna go down. So we're doing a bridge, but I want you to feel more your legs, not your bum. So don't squeeze your bum. Again, pull with your feet and lift. It's not gonna be super high bridge because of the long position of the legs. Doing 10 reps, we're on 2. 3. 4. Don't forget to pull with your heels, okay? Heels pulling. I want you to sense your calves, sense your hamstrings. 4 more. Pull and then lift. Keep going. 2 more. 1 more time. And rest. So grab one weight. Again, you can be slightly heavier than usual because you're gonna only hold it up in the air. So you're gonna hold and reach, so you don't want the shoulder to be down on the ground. You're gonna reach and you're gonna stretch the opposite leg up. Again, as last time, if the straight leg is too much, keep your leg bent and you're just going down with your heel and up with your knee. If you're okay with legs straight and lowering your leg, you can do that. So we're gonna breathe in, breathe out. So in this position, we want the ribs to stay down. We want to have abs engaged and reach up with your arm. Breathe in. You can put the opposite hand on your belly. Don't allow the air to go there. You allow the air to go more into your ribs. Keep going for another 5 on that side. Keep that leg fairly light. Imagine your abs are working more than your leg. 1 more time. Okay, swap sides. Again, make sure you get into good position for you. You want your back to be engaged with the floor, so you can keep your legs bent and you can just lower your heel up and down. Reach up again, your shoulders off the ground. We're going for 10, light leg. Longer exhale. Arm can be on your belly, so you're not allowing the air to go there. Don't squeeze your belly button. Use the breath. 5 more. Chin slightly up. 3 more. 2 more. 1 more time. Nice work. So lower the weight down, and again we're doing an exercise we did last week. It's working well for again movement of the hips. So if you remember, the easier option was we're starting from kneeling position, hips back, and then we just walk forward. You can walk forward and stay on your knees, or you can walk forward and extend into plank. Then you walk back, going back towards your heels, and walking forward. Harder option, you're starting from the top. So you can start from the top, you can reach down. You can reach down, you can get into that kind of a lower squat, and then pull yourself forward. And then back. Okay, join me when you're ready. We're doing a minute. We already did 10 seconds if you joined. Nice. Not so much thinking on that one. Just walk back and forward, getting into your toes, then eventually dropping the hips back. Nice one. Let's do another 30 seconds. And if the full movement is hard, stay on your knees and then just walk back and forward like that. Good job. We have 10 more seconds here. Keep going. Nice one. Good job. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, have a rest. And then we're going another round. So for the next round, for your bridge, you can grab a chair and put the feet on the top of the chair, or you can put your feet against the wall, or you can do it the same way we did it, with feet in front of the knees down on the ground. I want to give you that variation so you can feel in what position you actually feel your hamstrings more. Hello, doggy. Okay, so let's get ready. So again, your feet can be on the ground, just make sure they're in front of the knees, and then there's a quite long leg position, not very narrow. Or you can put your feet on the chair, or you can be in the same position but feet's gonna be against the wall. If your feet on the chair, just make sure you're not collapsing with the feet out. Same on the wall, same on the floor. Okay, you want to pull first. So the initial movement is a pull with the heels. You're almost going to feel like your body is going forward, and then you're going to lift. You're using the back of the legs, you're not arching with your lower back, everything stay connected here. And you're going down. Pull and down. Close your eyes, focusing on feeling the back side of your legs. Knee stays in line, kind of in the center. Same with the feet. Watch your hips, make sure your hips moving in the same speed. One is not higher than the other. Ooh, legs burning, let's do another 5. 4 more. Good, 3 more. 2 more. Last one. Whew. Hamstrings are working so hard now. Okay, so let's get your weight again. Lift up. And then lift your leg. Keep it 90 degrees, working with just heel to lifting the knee or leg straight. Reach up, so you want that shoulder to be off the ground. 10 reps on each side. We're breathing in, keeping the ribs engaged, keeping the abs engaged. Use your breath to lift your leg up. 5 more. 4 more. 3 more. 2 more. Okay, change sides. So going up, reach slightly higher, so you elevate the shoulder off the ground, and then off you go, breathing in. Exhale, lift up. Keep core engaged. Don't lose your lower abs. And again, you're not just moving, you want to use the breath to pull your leg up. 5 more. Press a little higher if you lose the control of your arm. One more time. Good. Last exercise. Walking back and forward. Get to your position. Choose your position. We're nearly done. Okay. 3, 2, 1, and off you go. You can go from the top, walk into plank, going all the way back into your heels, standing up. Or you can stay low and just walk back and forward. When you get into your plank position, make sure you're not collapsing with your hips like that. You're staying nice and engaged with your abs. Keep going. We have 35 seconds left. Good. Shifting weight forward. Shifting the weight back. 20 seconds. Last push for today. Nice one. Nearly there. 10 more seconds. Good job. Let's do one more. And stay down here. Okay, grab some water. Gonna just cool down. Okay, so I want you to get into your O4 position, and I want you to position your knees under your hips. This means like they're slightly narrow, but there's a gap between your knees, okay? That is not very wide position, or you're not touching your knees. We're gonna get your hands again slightly narrow as well. And then we're gonna sit back, we're gonna bend the elbows, and we're gonna get that like a rock back position. You're gonna shuffle your elbows slightly back so they're close to your knees. You don't have to go all the way down like me if you can't. And you're gonna move forward. We're gonna get over the hands. We're gonna go back, forward. Use your breath, nice calm movement. You're gonna inhale, sink down. Exhale, lift up. My knees clicking. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Whew, lots of clicking in my knee. Okay, so we're going to get into the back. And I want you to put your feet slightly wider. So let's imagine you using if you're having a mat, you're using the mat. To the edges of the mat. If not, just go slightly higher, maybe your feet are in line with your pelvis, and then let the knees to collapse like that. So you can stay in that position. There might be a little bit of gap in your lower back. If that's your natural spine, is okay. If you can keep the back flat without force, you can do that. But and then we can reach up with the arms. We're gonna lower one arm back, and then switch, almost like you're doing alternated reaches. And I can go all the way down to the ground. Just movement in the arms, lengthening the shoulders. Again, you can use that cool down after your run. You might feel like your shoulders are a little bit sore. And we can reach up with both arms, and then think about you want to reach, one arm staying in the center, and you're going to reach across with the other side. So you're going to reach to your left, and you're going to reach to the right. One hand is up towards the ceiling. And I'm going to reach to one side, and reach. Knees stay together, feet wider. Okay, and then we're going to open the knees. We're going to get the sole of your feet together. And you're going to let your knees to get wide and the hips going to open. Right here, you might have a little arch in the lower back, and that's fine as long as that's your natural. Don't force the back down. You don't have to. See if you can let the hips to relax, let the knees to relax. Right now, you can close your mouth and try to breathe just through your nose. Don't worry about engaging core, just trying to calm yourself. If you can't breathe through your nose, you can inhale through your nose and exhale through your mouth, but if you can, keep your mouth closed. You're going to stay in that position for another 30 seconds. And then gently bring the knees together and bring them towards your chest. So don't worry if your knees don't go very close to your chest, just hold them gently. So even if it's here, very gently, you're not squeezing, you're not pulling, you want to be in a relaxed position. And then we're going to finish the session with, I want you to roll and lay down to one side, but I want you to choose the side you usually don't go to. So let's say if you're sleeping and you prefer to sleep on your right side, I want you to roll to your left. And if you usually sleep on your left side, I want you to roll to your right. You can put your hands under your head and just stay there for a few seconds. Just calming the body. You can do again that after your run. Again, you can breathe just through your nose. And then with your own tempo, take time to get nice and tall. Hope you enjoyed the session. I wish you a nice weekend. You're welcome. Hard. Okay, let me know. But your body should be prepared.